Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Bold Opinions Matter, but this is not actually an episode. It's not going to be an episode, it's a snap edition of Bold Opinions Matter, but with a Jeremy Corbyn hat, because it's all about Jeremy Corbyn and Labour Party this episode. So it's not, there's no number, it's a snap episode of Bold Opinions Matter, as the stupid Prime Minister Theresa May has called as you all know, has called a snap general election for June the 8th this year. And basically it's if you like Tory or you're going to vote Tory, then you can just bugger off, because you're not going to like this, and I do not apologise to anyone who's offended if you're a Tory, in fact, actually. Right, so we've got a few things to run through on this episode. Basically, trying to, if you are half on the edge and you're thinking of moving over to the other side, to the red side, then hopefully this video might help some of yous out there, because some of yous who are stuck one way, Tory, especially if you're a bloody worker. If you're a worker and you're just a normal person, I can't see why you want to vote Tory. So let's get this one perfectly straight out, shall we? Right, where do we start then? I've got this this picture up on the big screen at the moment called Eyes Left, April 2017. It's basically trying to pull people onto the left side, and it's staying for better for worse. It's all about Jeremy Corbyn, the face of good, and Theresa May, the face of evil. And it gives plenty of reasons, every single one indeed, in which every single one in which I agree with, which the Labour Party are spot on, and Jeremy Corbyn. Now this is coming from a guy who I said I'd never ever vote or support Labour again after Tony Blair and the bloody Iraq war. But that's in the past now. It's gone. We're in a different Labour, a great man in charge, and hopefully who's going to be Prime Minister come June the 8th and into the 9th of June. Yes, it now requires all Labour Party factions to pull forward together using different ropes if need be, but all pulling in the same direction. That's quite right, yes. In January, everyone in politics said be ready for a possible June election, and this included Theresa May. This is not something new, and all parties should be ready for the affray. My theory on the issue is that Labour should be embarking on a campaign of not saying what if they're going to do if they're elected, but for very few political parties ever carry out their promises. Well, it's true, isn't it? So some don't carry out the promises, and I hope Jeremy Corbyn sticks to all these. Most voters would readily agree that it's all blandishment anyway. Most voters let it go in one ear and out the other, for indeed they've heard it on so many occasions before. A more exacting and worthwhile path to victory could possibly be for all Labour activists and party members, including all standing and prospective Labour MPs, to address and orate about all of the evil and misery that 2 decades of Conservative government has imposed upon the middle class, the working middle class and the working people of this nation. Now there's a thing for you. That's what I was saying before. If you're working class or you're even middle class, why you would want to vote Tory? You're shooting yourself in the foot. You might as well go and jump off a cliff. Basically, if we get another 5 years of Conservative rule after June, then we're buggered. Like, people are far more readily willing to believe the turmoils that they've gone through, rather than any other prestigious rhetoric, which may be affable spouted by those who wish to win through deceit and empty promises and acts of attrition mercilessly inflicted upon us by this Conservative government and the conspiracification of the Lib Dem bloody crap thing we had in 2010, which actually, looking back onto the Lib Dem and Tory coalition, those days were actually better than where we are now, but only because Lib Dem were actually involved there. Bring this country to a far better future. All you sons and daughters of Socialist Labour, get behind Corbyn and his cabinet. Yes, so basically everyone needs to get behind Corbyn, and we shall indeed come to the main reasons here, for which there's 10 reasons here which I agree with every one of them why you would vote for the Labour Party and not Tory. First one being, we will create over 1 million new jobs, giving people the opportunity to have a decent living. Oh, yeah, that's spot on, and who can argue with that one? The Tories have taken away workers' rights. People are losing their jobs left, right, and centre. Privatisation and closing down and things like that. Secondly, we will build over 1 million. Actually, yeah, that's right. We'll build over 1 million new homes, with at least 500,000 council homes. Now, there is a housing shortage, as everyone knows, all around the country at the moment. And what Labour's proposing to do is sort that one out as well, which the Tories have no qualms about leaving alone. You know, we've got a lot of homelessness in this country. It's absolutely disgusting in a country of our developedness. You know. Thirdly, we will give people stronger employment rights from day one in a job and end this is the one: end 0-hour contracts. The bane of people's life. Absolutely shocking the way people have to be involved in 0 hours contracts. It is ridiculous. How can you hold down a family or whatever you've got to do, not knowing whether you're going to get hours here, there, and everywhere, right? No, it's absolutely disgusting. Like, so that's another one strengthening my views of wanting to vote or of definitely voting Labour in a general election. Yes, the fourth one, we will end and reserve NHS privatisation and bring back services into public hands. End and reverse, should I say? I read it wrongly again. Need new glass. I think these new glasses, not new, but I think I need to have a look at these, don't I? By the looks of that. The Tories have made they've not hidden the fact that they want to privatise the NHS and get rid of that. So that means if the NHS gets privatised, that means all of yous out there, you're going to have to buy health insurance. So you know you're paying for it yourself. So only the rich are going to be involved. Are going to be able to afford to go for like a major operation or something like that would have been done on a NHS. But if it's privatised, everything like that's going to be completely different. Number 5, we will introduce a new national education service and scrap tuition fees. There's another one. The big lie that ended the Lib Dems forever was in 2010 when they told the students that they were not going to put up tuition fees and bugger the whole country. They did. And so no one will ever trust a Lib Dem again. I certainly won't. Whether they're not as far right as Tories or not, bugger them. Like, so that's a big one. The Labour Party and Jeremy Corbyn want to scrap tuition fees as well. So it's spot on, of course. Number 6, we will fully oppose fracking, deliver clean energy and curb the rising cost of bills. Now, these they just come thick and fast here. They're all fantastic. I'm against fracking, and I hope some of you are as well. I don't know. Deliver clean energy, well, what's wrong with that? And curb rising cost of bills. Bills are going through the bloody roof. Christ. Goodness me, water, electricity, it's all going up. Because these firms are allowed to rip off their, well, it's got to be something like that, isn't it? What is it? I still blame the government. They can help to keep bills low, Number 7, we will rebuild our public services and put them back into public hands, including the railways. There's another one. How much can it cost you to go from Carlisle to London on the train? Well over £100. And that's if you fix your time, so you're going at this time and going back at that time. If you want it flexi, you could be paying up to £300. I mean, that's disgusting. Like, so yes, the Labour Party want to sort out the railways as well. The 8th one, we will introduce a fair and progressive tax system in order to reduce the wage gap. So that means the people at the top will quite rightly pay more tax. It's right, isn't it? If you earn more, you pay more bloody tax. They might not like it, but bugger them like it. And reduce the wage gap, yeah. So everyone's on a bit more of a level plane instead of, some people. I think it's actually ridiculous that anyone under 18 doesn't get anyone, whatever the age are, anyone who's working should get the same right. If you're a student, you're maybe 17, you've just started work, you should be getting paid exactly the same amount as someone who is 50 odd. All this shite about under 18s, you get less because you're younger. Oh, it's disgusting. Like, penultimate one, 9th one. We will stand behind and fully defend the Human Rights Act and the rule of law. Spot on. What more can I say? Isn't there hardly anything to say there? Well, the Tories want to repeal the Human Rights Act, so that means you haven't got any human rights anymore, and anyone else. And the rule of law as well. They want to change it all. Just do not be under any illusion of what these Conservatives want to do, should they get voted back in by silly idiots on June the 8th. And finally, we will work towards ending all unnecessary wars and intervention abroad. And there's another one, obviously going against what the last Labour Party did, which is start wars in the Middle East, which we're still paying for nowadays, which is brilliant, isn't it? And that's all Tony Blair's fault. But yeah, like I said at the start, we're in a different era of the Labour Party now, and we've got Jezza at the top, Mr Corbyn, hopefully Prime Minister in come June, and kick that stupid cow out the number 10, Theresa May. She should never have been there. She's unelected anyway, and let's hope she stays unelected. But the thing that's worrying me is there's a lot of idiots out there who will vote Tory, even though they're workers. And this is what I'm trying to get across to anyone watching this video. So wars as well. We don't want more of them. Trump's trying to cause more wars, and Theresa May's hand in hand with Trump. You've probably seen that everywhere. So yes, vote for hope, vote for change, vote Labour on June 8th, people. Do yourself a favour. If you vote Tory and you're a worker, then you will regret it, I can assure you. I'm no proper expert, but a lot of it I get off the internet, but I can assure you, if you vote Conservative on June the 8th and you're a worker, you will regret it, because your taxes, wage rises, things like that, NHS, who doesn't want it? Who doesn't want an NHS that everyone wants, Tell me that. Beats me. Well, thank you very much for watching this party promotion video. Episode of Bald Opinions Matter, Snap episode, because of the Snap general election, and I shall be back soon with a proper, I think it'll be the 7th, the 7th episode of Bald Opinions Matter, with some more varying subjects than just politics. But thank you very much for watching, folks, and stay safe, and remember to vote Labour on June the 8th. Bye for now.